Okay, back on the Porsche. Just gonna kind of go through. I am gonna re-clean grounds because that's a pretty big suggestion that I've had. Also, I understand that is some type of valve that works in conjunction with the IACV. So the idle air control valve. This is electronic air regulator. I have gone ahead and bypassed the Venturi for a couple of reasons. This looks like a manufacturer's defect, and it doesn't appear to be all the way through, but I don't know, it looked like a cut to me. And this hose had broken off when I messed with it recently. So, like the other day. This is before, or this is after I was having all those issues anyway. So I just decided to simplify the system. I got rid of the Venturi and just took the brake booster and went straight to the intake, and then I ran a line to this T here, and that one goes to the idle air control valve, and then this the regulator. All these things connect to the J boot in front of the intake, so they help, like when the AC's on, which mine doesn't work. There's a line right there that you can see that is just disconnected completely from the compressor. Anyways, I don't even know where that line goes, but it goes somewhere. But yeah, so another issue that I'm just going to see if it makes any difference at all is I had an MSD Blaster 3 hooked up. I did not have the 8 ohm resistor. Some people say yes, you need it. Some people say you don't. The thing, I bought this and I was really impatient, and I've had it on the car since I first started it, but it came cracked like that, and the boot fit over it, and I was like, I'm sure it's not going to be an issue. But since I'm hunting some gremlins, I decided to just get an OEM spec coil, and we're going to put that on, try it out. This is a Duralast model of the Bosch. I don't really care. But yeah, we're going to put this on. I see I'm going to have to make an adjustment here to the end because mine is different. We'll figure that out. Cool. All right, I'm just going to try to see if I can't capture what's going on here and see if any of you internet sleuths can help me. So we get a start. There's a heat shielding under there I need to bolt back up, so that's what that noise is. And then it starts idling fine, but if I go like this, it'll kind of act like it's going to choke out, and I'll get some backfires through the intake. There we go. Coil was not the issue. I have to redo this because I didn't have the right wire. Fuel pressure's now reading kind of low, which is weird. It's super low, it's like 30. So I could see that being an issue. You got no tack. That thing just blinks. But
Oil pressure is good. Yeah, this thing's almost out of fuel. But I'm watching that gauge bounce. Now I checked
continuity from the battery to the block, and the voltage that was on the battery was the same when I connected to a ground on the block. I went around to a couple different grounds and found that the voltage was the same. So I don't think it's a ground issue at all. I got a new voltage regulator in. Like I said, it is charging. It's showing that it's charging at the battery. So that's weird, but it's pretty consistent now. I can start it and it sounds just like that every time I start it. And then I give it I feather the gas a bit and it cleans up. I didn't replace the fuel pump. I replaced the fuel filter just now. I've swapped the injectors multiple times. These are now back to the OEM injectors. Still maintaining pressure. Yeah, it wasn't the coil, so that sucks. Different DME computer, different DME relay, new plugs, new cap, new rotor, swapped the coil, had this MSD, and I thought that might be an issue on it. I don't know how that happened, but it did. Ran the exact same. I feather the gas a little bit, smooths right out. It does not accelerate fine, as you can hear on that. I've got an exhaust fan going in the back. But yeah, I don't know. I've banged on about everything, seeing if something was just loose. I bypassed the Venturi, so I thought maybe there might be a vacuum leak there. I checked vacuum with the vacuum gauge, and it's holding pretty good vacuum. I'll have to Google to find out what the actual spec is on it, but this doesn't sound like a vacuum problem to me. I thought it was timing, and I have verified timing 6 or 7 times. So, God, I'm not sure now at this point. Maybe it is a weak fuel pump. That'd be pretty funny, because I've replaced like pretty much everything else. Let me know what you think.